Or friendly amendments. Clarifying question.
One sec.
I think you just got to be careful with this one. It's like the difference of some people wanting to be called black or some people wanting to be called African American. You can't ask the state. Each individual is going to say what they want to be called. I actually think this is a horrible one right here.
Yeah,
I don't care enough to stop it.
What you are doing is changing the term from homeless to houseless.
To answer the question, it is changing to houseless people.
What we call homeless people.
Gotta call them homeless. Just the homeless.
What if you have a...
It doesn't really matter, but Jesus Christ.
Okay,
Dumb.
yeah, I'd like to answer.
We have Stephanie. We have Stephanie in the proposed amendment.
I believe in Tampa. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I believe we were asked to call them outdoor citizens.
Shelby?
I have a friendly amendment for a different term. How about displaced people?
Displaced people.
No, I don't have that. Well, you Can I ask that the stackers alternate?
I can give you my information.
Chuck.
I'd like to offer a friendly amendment. Change the end of the language. And the bill proposal. To say, instead of we ask them to reciprocate, that has a lot of different meanings.
That has a lot of different things.
Instead say, we ask them to adopt this terminology as well.
We ask them to adopt this terminology as well.
Just a point of process on specific word changes that don't really change the meaning. Sorry.
Specific. If we have a problem with the word, but not the moral, presented, this is for further discussion later. Christian.
Sorry.
I think, at least from what I know, the proper way to address people with conditions is to use person-first language. You put the person before the condition. That way the focus is on the person, not the condition. Instead of disabled people or homeless people, I think we should use the terms people with disabilities or people without homes. So that's my personal opinion. I'm not going to block anything, but I think we should adhere to the principle of person-first language.
Next is Marlon.
You guys want to go over there?
I thought I would not speak today, but I'm not going to block this, but I do think this is really and the reason is for two reasons. One, if somebody came up to me, I might want to be called African American, somebody else might want to be called black. That should be left up to the person. the correct thing to do would be like to ask them what they prefer to be called. And it's kind of makes me think that we are privileged enough that we can decide what the term for people are. This is ethically just wrong. I don't know what else to say about it.
Next is Elena.
Can everybody hear me? All right.
Do you want to wait?
Sorry, I like to use my own voice. Yeah, it's I guess point of information. I believe that there are people who choose to be homeless. There are people in other countries. I know in India, people live without materials. They live without homes. And it's for spiritual reasons. It's choice. Not everybody has a choice when it comes to homelessness. But I guess it's my understanding that it's about like being all inclusive, using the term houseless people. Homeless sounds, like you don't have community, that you don't have people who love you, you don't have family. And when you're houseless, that's just a material possession. You just have something to cover your head with. So that's just kind of it's my understanding from what I've heard. I support it.